This week, we discuss the first episode of the Amazon Prime show, The Boys. Now, this show does contain some adult themes, of which we will be discussing, so some slight viewer discretion is advised. With that being said, hope you all can sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's Thoroughly Thought podcast. Everyone got their coffee?
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually good now.
Yeah. You put in the ocean of cream.
Get off my back, Jordan.
I filled about half the cup with just creamer.
Ooh, that's gross.
I didn't say creamer, I said creamer.
With Kramer.
Kramer.
We're getting off topic already. Okay.
No. It's okay. It's all right. Everyone just...
Anyway, this is the Thoroughly Thought podcast, and we're going to be talking about the
Oh,
boys.
fuck. We didn't introduce Jordan. Jordan's
By the
here.
way-
Everyone's just...
By the way, I'm the special guest host this week.
Everyone's
That's
just sitting
right.
There, everyone's sitting there. Well, we know these two douchebags. Who's the third guy? It's Jordan.
I'm just a disembodied head.
It's
Now-
very, very disturbing having just a head
It
in
is.
in the studio.
There's literally no body. He's just kind of there, laying.
No
in the
bodies here.
Are you guys being headsist? How dare you?
I don't like this energy.
Hey, I was
All right,
trying
all
to
right.
get you guys on track.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait. All right. So the boys.
The boys are back, and with us today, this boy is back. We've got Jordan Beeman.
Hi, Jordan.
Woo.
Hi guys, nice to be here.
How you doing?
I'm fine, we just got done watching The Boys.
How was the drive?
I just sat in the passenger seat while my good friend Genesis drove here.
Yeah.
But who's your gooder friend?
Everybody. Everyone's my good friend.
What a beautiful answer.
Yeah, great answer. That's what I was looking for.
The boys are back. Don't sip in the mic. The boys are back. The boys are back. The boys
Yes.
are back.
All right. So yeah, we just watched the Amazon Prime show. The
That's
boys
correct.
are back.
We watched, no, that's not what it's called.
Look who got me doing that.
That was a Freudian slip or whatever it is.
Freudian slib.
Slip, yeah.
Oh my god. All right. We just got done watching the Amazon Prime show, The Boys.
The Boys.
First episode.
Very first one.
And we're just here to give our thoughts and opinions and discuss the episode, discuss the images and we saw, the things we heard.
So I suppose the first thing to talk about is, of course, the opening. Yep, the whole opening scene, the establishment of the world. Do you feel that it established the world it inhabits, that it's building? You think that was established relatively clearly?
I didn't particularly like how it was established because, I mean,
That is not an explanation, Jordan. I'm going to need you to be a little more, specific.
I don't know, man. I got a lot out of,
like, the world was too already set up for when we came in. So, what kind of world are we in? Are we in an alternate, universe? Or is this like a planet Earth with just people have superpowers?
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you mean, because, I know we're talking about the opening, but, I thought it was just, taking place in just an alternate reality in, present-day New York.
Yeah.
But then there was this shot they had of, the two characters sitting on the bench, and they showed the skyline, and I was like, that doesn't look like that's just some CG city that's been created, so where
But
exactly
it is New
are
York.
we?
It does talk about it being
So
New
is it
York.
in the future?
I don't know if it's in the...
Or just
I
an
do have
alternate
the
reality?
answers. I do have the answers. I think, from the purposes of the first episode, it's trying to establish that this is an alternate reality. Things are... It's based on Earth. Think about the same way the Marvel comics are. They're based on reality. They're alternate universes, air quotes, of this same existence we have, because they have New York, Statue of Liberty, but they don't always necessarily reflect a direct comparison or a perfect mirror image of the reality we know.
That brings me to, are the superpowers, are they natural, or did they get them from some sort of experiment like the Flash or something?
Well, that's interesting, because there are two different accounts we get of that in this first episode. We might be jumping ahead of ourselves a little bit, but there was the part where one of the characters introduced Starlight, She has the video interview thing for the position in the Seven, and we'll get a little bit into that in a second. But she says she was born with her powers.
Yes.
Whereas there was a mayor of a city. Was it Chicago?
I remember Chicago being brought up.
I think it was Chicago.
The only other city I remember being brought up was Baltimore and Atlanta.
And Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
The small town of Des Moines,
Well,
Iowa.
that's where Starlight was from.
Was it Baltimore?
No, she was from Des Moines, Iowa.
No, not Starlight.
Oh.
Well, I know Baltimore was like them negotiating for one of the heroes to come there.
So that was Baltimore.
That's where the mayor... Yeah, okay, that mayor is what you're
Okay,
talking about.
yes, that one.
Baltimore.
Thank you. The Baltimore mayor came, and he said he knew about something called Compound V, and that would be bad for superheroes if it got out. So those are the two accounts we kind of have right now, is that there's something called Compound V, and it's bad for superheroes, and Starlight saying, hey, I was born with these powers.
Is Compound V like... Is it almost like a super drink? Or something like can give civilians superpowers?
That's a great question.
Have you seen
that? Because then suddenly the supers aren't super; they're just normal. If everyone has powers.
Have either of you seen Arrow?
I've seen Arrow.
I have not.
I haven't
you
watched
made
a lot of it.
past season 2, right?
I did not pay attention to seasons.
Oh, well, they have some kind of like drug that they can like, just like a shot, give you when you gain like superhuman powers, like strength, speed, agility.
You think it's something like that?
Is it? If I were to guess, maybe.
We might be
Gotta
getting
be some kind of drug.
we might be getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Let's take it back to square one, and let's just start at the let's go piece by piece. We're incorporating lots of different parts from all over. So let's just establish what we're pretty sure of. It takes place in an alternate reality, very similar to our own, but superheroes exist. Superheroes seem to primarily work, at least as far as we are aware, for an organization known as Vought Media. And Vought Media is in charge of the merchandising, the licensing, and all that stuff, and that's how the superheroes generate profits. From there, we have kind of learned that not superheroes aren't everything they're cracked up to be when our protagonist, Huey, has his girlfriend just absolutely demolished.
Oh my god! Last week I was like, "There's a scene in the trailer that was just like horrifying," and it is. I mean, it comes up like it's coming, but it just comes out of nowhere, which I'm sure they intended just to. And you're just sitting there like, my god.
What was your reaction to that when she was just gone?
I guess I didn't really have much of a reaction to like her getting hit. It was more towards like the gore, all the blood they decided to show.
I mean, that's a whole female body
that
just
was
eviscerated.
That was person soup.
That was. That lady, like, she's no longer with us.
No.
Well, yeah. She's no longer with Huey. He's upset about that.
Very upset about that.
Who plays Huey?
I have no idea.
Is that Carl Urban?
No, I think Carl Urban's the guy, the English chap.
That was the only name I know.
Okay, you guys know who Bill Hader is?
The name's familiar.
Billy from Saturday Night Live. Barry, not Billy.
So, do you know who Bill Hader is?
I've seen him.
Okay. Did Huey look like Bill Hader? Or am I just crazy? I kept thinking that was him. Okay.
They were very small.
I think that's a resounding no.
Alright, well, that's just me.
I mean, the eyes, maybe.
No, they got a good cast here.
Yeah, the
really
cast of characters.
I like
pretty
Simon
interesting.
Pegg.
Simon Pegg as the dad is a very nice choice.
Big fan.
I don't know if this is true, but I remember talking to someone about this at one point, and the original plan was for Simon Pegg to play Huey.
That would have been awesome, but I'm also not sure.
Yeah, and Simon Pegg, I don't know if this is true, but in the conversation I had with somebody, they said that Simon Pegg was like, that sounds awesome, I'm kind of old.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'll be the dad. That sounds fun. I'll be Dad. And
I'll be Dad.
I'll be
Simon
Dad.
Pegg.
I'll be Papa Peg.
Papa Peg.
Papa Peg.
Papa
That's
Pig.
actually the dad.
Papa
That's
Pig.
Peppa Pig's dad. Papa Peg.
All right.
I know almost nobody from the show.
From the boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Outside of Simon Pegg, and I think that's because of Nope, I don't think he was on Supernatural.
No.
Nope. I don't. I've seen him, but I don't know anything.
You're not a
doesn't-
movie guy, and that's really what Simon Pegg does a lot of. Did you
Yeah,
watch
he-
Ready
That's
Player
why
One?
they
very
brought
much.
me in.
Did you watch Ready Player One? I think that's one of the more recent things he's been
Mhm.
in.
Again, you're asking me movies.
You're
I
asking
don't
him
watch
movies.
movies.
Okay, all right,
All right.
sorry.
That's why
sorry,
I'm on
big guy.
this.
Big guy doesn't watch movies. Sorry,
Take it-
sorry.
Yeah, God, is it better than everyone else? Is that what's
That's
going
why
on?
I'm on this podcast, because I actually know
Because we're talking about a
shows.
TV show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one of the things I think that they do very well early on is they just like there's not a whole lot of mystery as to whether the soups are good or bad.
No,
It's
they-
very much established quickly they are assholes.
Yep, like we're seeing them. He melted a gun. Homelander melts a gun to a dude's hand,
Uh-huh.
and then chucks the other guy just casually up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he knew he was going to land on that car, or do you think he just chucked him with reckless abandon?
Oh, I'm 100% sure it was just, hey, he's out of here and I look awesome. I mean, it's weird because, like, and I feel like at some point they say, like, oh, it's just a lot of collateral that gets swept under the rug, and I feel like that's why. Because they themselves don't acknowledge it unless it's glaringly...
Yeah, unless it's really obvious for
yeah,
people.
unless they run through some dude's fucking girlfriend and she just blows the fuck up.
Yeah.
Which, did he do it on purpose?
I don't think so.
To me, it hasn't been established yet. Because they explain he's going somewhere at one
Mhm,
point,
mhm,
and,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. Have
He does go, I can't stop, I can't
He
stop.
continuously says, I can't stop, I can't stop. I thought at one point he said, I'm sorry. He did not say that.
No.
Asshole.
Now, he's also extremely fast. Why can't he stop?
He stopped after he hit her.
Yeah?
That brings up a much better point. Why didn't he stop before then?
Because he's an asshole.
Maybe he actually meant to hit her.
I mean, at some point we find out later on he's laughing about it. So, I genuinely think he just went out of his way to fuck with this dude.
That's horrible and horrifying.
He's a horrible person.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But of course, you know, they go on the news and he's just like, oh, she was in the middle of the street. But
Yep. And that's just not
That's
true.
not true.
That's press statements, typical, media stuff. Is it's damage control,
no, absolutely.
insincere, and it's
Like it's just very. It's not like super focused on for very long, but again, it's just good like social commentary. Like how many times have, not to get political, but just straight up politicians done something, but then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I did,
Yeah, and then it's
and then,
over and
it's
done.
over. Yeah, but it's like no, they need to be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that this show kind of raises the question. Yeah, okay, we always like look at these soups as like superheroes as in the show they're called soups as gods, as like these just awesome figures that are here to protect us, but what if that wasn't true? What if they were just assholes who took advantage of everything and everyone?
So as Huey in the story is wrestling with his new worldview, having seen just how horrible some soups can be, we kind of transition over and we get another perspective where we meet our next character, Starlight. What was her?
Anna. Wasn't it Anna?
I think it was Anna.
Anna? Something like that.
Anna or Annie?
Yep, something like that. And so she's training to become a soup. She wants to be a superhero, and she seems very innocent. But the show has seemed to gone out of its way to say like superheroes are assholes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Here's how innocent they try to make her. They put her in Des Moines, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, Des Moines it's like the biggest city in Iowa, but they still make it look like any other small farm town, Iowa. And it's just like, oh, yes, of course, the small hometown of Des Moines, Iowa. Born and raised on the field.
And we see her going through her morning training. Her mother's coaching her. And it's very sweet. It seems wholesome.
Yeah.
And then we see her, going through the process. She goes through the interview, and she seems to be a little down on her luck almost. She's like, I didn't get the position. Her mom's kind of being like, don't you be negative, blah blah blah. And then it goes on. She gets the position, and then we transition from there to she gets it. She gets the job in the biggest organization in heroism, the Seven.
Now, if I may, the mom character.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the idea they're trying to get across is that she's actually just like a supportive mom who wants things to work out for her? Or do you think this is a bit of like living vicariously through your child?
That's a very interesting question.
That's the way they put it with the pageants, is that she was in.
There was that comment about the pageants, yes.
The pageants, and she said something. Yeah, was that? No, she said during the interview. She said something during the video interview.
Yes, she's like, I can still smell the pageants. I can still smell the hairspray.
But no,
she hated the pageants because she took her to the.
Her mom was happy she was born super. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. But yeah, she did talk about the pageants.
So
perhaps like the mom was. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, perhaps the mom was just like happy, like, oh, I wasn't born with powers, but my daughter was.
Mm.
So that makes me a bit curious on what happened to the other seventh member of the Seven.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they say he was retiring?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Retiring.
Oh my God, we didn't see him.
Oh my God, wait a minute.
We never saw him.
No. Wait a minute. Yeah.
We never saw that person.
No, we never saw the dude.
What was it? Lamplighter,
yes.
We never saw him.
Lamplight, because obviously this is a take on DC.
Mm-hmm.
This is mocking them.
Definitely DC and Marvel, because like they have
maybe not mocking them, but it's definitely
embodying those same kind of tropes. Yeah,
yeah. Because like you got Captain America, Wonder Woman.
Who was Captain America?
Homeland.
No, that's Superman.
That's Superman.
No, that is Captain America.
It might be a
based off.
It's definitely a mix.
It might be a mix.
It has to be a mix.
It's more based off DC.
But yeah, it does seem like the Justice League more than anything in Marvel.
I don't know. I saw
the Watchtower.
The way they the way they did Homelander is he has the American flag behind him, and he has the blonde hair.
Oh, absolutely, huge patriot.
That's why it hit me like Captain America. But I guess Superman too.
I mean, I don't remember.
I'm not saying
I don't remember Captain America. My favorite part in Infinity War was when Captain America fought Thanos and he flew into the air and shot laser beams out of his eyes. That's not what happened.
I love that part. Yeah. I'm talking about the aesthetic, though.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the aesthetic. That's what first hit me. But no, now that you guys are saying Superman, I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that is like Superman.
So you saw him as Captain America.
I
can't help but think when I saw him of like. You remember Dexter's Lab?
Okay.
Either of you?
Yeah.
They used to do those little superhero spoofs.
Oh! Yeah.
Exactly
Oh, what was he called? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Was he the Patriot? I don't remember.
God, I haven't seen Dexter's Lab in too long. I can't.
No, wait. I think the blonde hair is from like the guy with the guitar.
The blonde hair is the guy with the guitar.
And then there was a guy that looked like a mayor.
Yeah, but then there was the color inversed Hulk.
Yeah.
He's purple with green pants.
But then they got the what is the water guy?
The Deep.
The Deep. He's clearly Aquaman.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have like a Wonder
asshole.
Woman. Oh my God, yeah. So from there through the perspective of Anna, we get the experience of, kind of becoming famous overnight and being introduced to the world of fame, popularity, things of that nature. Just overnight, her life has changed. And then from there, she gets kind of put on a tour with the Deep, who then takes advantage of his position as a senior member of the Seven.
Oh, yeah.
And he forces her to perform oral sex on him. And it really establishes that the Deep is a terrible, terrible person.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely horrendous. Oh, God, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Mm.
And that knocks her off, of course, her whole stride, because this is what she's been working for her whole life.
Oh, absolutely.
And some fucking chauvinist, misogynist prick says, oh, you want your job? We better do what I say.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely horrendous.
It was, that was straight up horrifying.
If he does that to a new hero,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No,
he was so casual about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, he was like, "Hey, this is routine. I don't know what you're freaking out about. Like, what's going on? Come on." And then, like in the bathroom, you know, she's throwing up.
Yeah.
And then she goes to wash her face and
Mhm.
everything. And then the other female, what was her name?
I don't think we got it.
No, we did.
Did we?
I don't think it was said, but
We'll
like
just
they showed a
call
slideshow.
Wonder Girl for now.
Wonder
Yeah.
Girl.
Wonder Woman equivalent.
Yeah, we'll just call her Wonder Woman for now. Whatever. Wonder Woman, like she was sitting there at the bathroom and she just straight up was like, "Clean yourself up. Don't let them see you like that." Which also raised an interesting point because I'm like, so is it all soups or like? Are they specifically trying to say, like, you know, male?
She has to know that he's doing this.
Oh, yeah, no, she knew.
I mean, she also knew that invisible spy man was spying on them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably a commentary. I'm not sure if it's a commentary on the quality of male versus female character, but I do think it's a commentary on, you know, and I don't think it's hard to see it's a commentary on the disparity between men and women in a professional working
Oh,
environment.
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway from that was just she was so desensitized to it. She
Yeah.
was like, clean yourself up.
Very
Fucking
casual.
pervert. And then he's like, oh, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
was it translucent?
Translucent, yeah.
It was just has the ability to go invisible when naked, and he just was casually hanging out in the restroom, creeping on people.
Yeah.
So we established that from what we've seen, well, there was that guy in the black bodysuit. We haven't seen him
I have
do
not
anything.
seen him.
But-
Yeah.
Basically, we've seen everybody in the Seven, with the exception of the new character who we are following, the person who retired who we did not see, and the person in the black bodysuit. They've all done pretty bad stuff.
I think I may have just realized who the original seventh member was.
Who?
The guy that was
Sorry.
helping, what's his name? Huey.
Oh, you think Billy Butcher was the lamplighter?
I think.
That's an interesting take.
Billy Butcher, who was that?
That was the guy Huey starts to work with, which we haven't gotten to yet. The guy who pretended to be the
FBI guy.
Fed?
Yo, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, that's so smart. I'm talking to
He
some
did
smart
seem...
people right here.
So he was punching translucent.
Oh, yeah. He knew 100%, like, how to fight him.
He was really confident, too.
Uh-huh. And he looked like he had been fucking waiting to do it.
Yeah. So, we're getting ahead of ourselves again.
It's hard to keep track.
You're right. We are
It's
just
just
kind
there's
of
so much to talk
reaching
about.
all over
It's
the
all-
place.
I have a hard time believing this show would not do that.
So, from there, after we are dealing with the ramifications of Starlight's situation, we cut back to Huey, who is dealing with the loss of his girlfriend, and he basically is at this point where he wants justice, and he's trying to pursue it legally.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to prosecute the villain who murdered his girlfriend, A-Train.
They're not a villain, he's a super.
No, not a villain. You're right. Yeah, the hero who killed her.
Well, you know, quote unquote. Yeah, keep going.
And then, his dad discourages him.
Mm-hmm.
He walks out, and then this is an opportunity where the character, Billy Butcher, as we talked about, strides in and introduces himself. And he introduces himself. He says, I'm a federal agent. It's my job to spank the bastards when they get out of line. And Huey's like, I can't do this. He's like, I need your help. Huey says no, blah, blah, blah. The discourse happens. And
Yeah.
eventually,
And then
we get to this... I suppose it's kind of important because Huey is initially like, I can't do this, no way, count me out.
Yeah.
But then he goes and he's sitting on a park bench just thinking about, the whole situation. And Anna is there too.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both kind of having their breakdowns just by
Just
chance
right there, yep.
next to each other on a park bench. And they kind of talk about their problems without saying anything to each other, which is kind of interesting. How they're both kind of just sharing where they're at. And he gives her words of encouragement, says, he passes on the words of wisdom from his own dearly departed, and, tells her, just because you fall on your ass doesn't mean you have to stay there. And, with that, they kind of seem to strike up an unlikely friendship. Probably not as unlikely in their eyes as it is for us, seeing the story unfold. But they strike a friendship, and there it proceeds on, and his conversation with her bolsters his own self-confidence.
Yeah.
And so he decides that he's going to help Billy take on the Soups. So Billy has a plan to go in, and they're going to bug the office of the Soups by using the fact that A-Train killed Huey's girlfriend. Mm-hmm. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, let's bug Titan Tower. That's gonna work.
Ayo. God, it really sucked too, because like I was like, oh, he's gonna get away with it, and then Invisible Man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, oh, pervert.
How long is he in the bathroom for? Is that just where
he seems
stays?
to spend his time there?
Yeah. That's just that. That's just his place to hang out, apparently.
No, instead of going home, I'm just gonna sit in the women's bathroom.
I don't think it's
stand there.
gendered.
Yeah, I think
because Huey was there too.
I'm just gonna sit in the bathroom and wait for whoever comes in.
It's kind of progressive, the Sevens Tower. Just
is it
unisex bathrooms?
Given what we've previously discussed, is it?
That's a gross thought.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, all right. I suppose I'll concede that that's not necessarily a great thing considering who works there, but yeah. I don't know.
But
so I thought it was interesting that Butcher had such a plan in place. Like, he really seems to know what the heck he's doing. Like, this is not his first rodeo.
That building before.
Dude, no, yeah.
Been at that table before.
You guys already brought up that he has to be the guy who's retiring Lamplighter.
You that confident?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm willing to not bet money because I don't have much of it right now, but
it's interesting.
At this point, outside of very few people who have had loved ones taken away, he's one of the only characters we know who has possibly been wronged by them so far. And superheroes don't retire.
I mean, we don't know that, technically speaking. We have just been introduced to this world.
Yeah, they could have contracts that, hey, you say at a certain age, you're done.
They seem to be human.
Huh?
Like, they seem to be human.
Yeah.
So maybe they just get old. We don't know how long they've been at this.
I've seen 80-year-old Bruce Wayne fight off Joker punks in Batman Beyond.
Is he?
I mean, I know that happens. That does happen in the comics, but
oh my god!
I don't.
You said Bruce Wayne. I thought you were talking about Bruce Willis, and I was like, "Is he Bruce Willis 80?"
Wait, Bruce Willis is a superhero to you?
I don't know. Wait a minute, Bruce Wayne? That fucker.
Batman?
He don't have powers. He's just got money.
Money's a power.
You're right. Never mind.
In the great words of my idol, Seto Kaiba, screw the rules. I have money.
Who said that?
Seto Kaiba.
Oh, Kaiba.
President of Kaiba Corp.
Kaiba Corp.
Sworn enemy to Yugi Moto.
Yugi Moto? What?
Lover of the Blue Eyes White Chick.
What?
He's making a Yu-Gi-Oh reference at you.
Oh my god. Dude, I ain't seen that shit.
So, moving on from there.
You don't like children's card games?
I like Go Fish. Alright.
Alright, so
set
the next scene.
Yes.
Genesis.
So, seemingly, the bugging goes off without a hitch, but Translucent discovers it, and when Butcher drops Huey off back at his work and basically tells him, alright, this is your part done, I'm not going to be here anymore, I'll call you if I need you, but this is what I needed you for, and you did it. Good job. Translucent shows up and starts kicking the shit out of Huey. Mm-hmm. He's like, I found your bug, you think you can fuck with us, we're the Seven, and you better tell me who you are, I'm going to kill you. Butcher shows up, they start fighting, and then Huey kind of shows off a little bit of his resourcefulness and how much he knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because in a bit of quick thinking, he uses a wire that was sticking out of the wall from Translucent destroying the place, and knowledge that he got from watching Jimmy Fallon, which canonically exists in the Seven universe, or in the Boys universe.
Yeah, real quick. So NBC, they had displayed on that TV, mm-hmm. But then they had NNC. No, CNN.
Interesting. So you think certain places paid for sponsorship and others didn't?
Maybe. I have no idea.
the Jimmy Fallon thing bugs me in so many shows.
Jimmy Fallon's in a lot of things.
Not just him, but like, if you're gonna bring in real world things, it just creates a whole bunch of issues in my mind. Because now you're like, look, we're in this world, but we're in an alternate reality now too.
Right.
It is a little bit, disingenuous.
Also, Translucent Man, when he was following them, was he just driving in a car all invisible like? Or what?
Yeah, that is so true.
Maybe he could just run kind of fast. Obviously not like super speed fast, but...
Not like an A train.
Or hell, most people wouldn't notice. Maybe he just like climbed off to someone's... Maybe he got on the back of their car.
Like they just heard a little thump and we're like, oh, okay.
Who's to say?
I still like to picture just like an old car, just invisible and driving down the road.
Not only that, why wouldn't he have just confronted him up in the tower?
Because he wanted to find out who he was, where he was going.
Find any contacts he might have had. You get him right there, you just have the guy, but if you follow him where he's going, then maybe he leads you to some more people.
Especially when they can't see you.
Why'd you wait till we started recording to start chewing the gum?
I don't know. It was just right there. I was done with my coffee, that's why.
Let me see.
You have an issue?
I don't right now, but maybe our headphones listeners might be, getting a little, not enjoying the...
I'm like...
We'll see. History will judge you, Jonathan. History will judge you.
And you know what? I'll fucking do it again.
Oh my god. He's a madman. But, so, using that resourcefulness, Huey does take down Translucent. And then from there, Butcher reveals that he is not actually an FBI agent. He is... he's just some guy. Just some guy. And you guys have both put your money down. You're banking on him being Lamplighter?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
I mean, the picture they showed of Lamplighter had him have like this long cloak thing on.
Oh, and like the trench coat.
Billy Butcher had the same getup.
That's true. That's cool.
Also, Billy Butcher.
Yeah?
Sounds kind of made up.
You think it's a fake name?
I think so.
I also anticipate when shows, show when they're like, oh, this member just retired, but we're not going to show you. But here's a character we're going to introduce that wants to take him down.
He didn't show up until after they'd introduced Lamplighter retiring.
That's true. That's true. That's interesting.
So maybe we did see Lamplighter.
Maybe we did see Lamplighter.
And then...
Also, Billy Butcher, superhero names oftentimes have that alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Peter Parker, Clark Kent, Lois Lane. She's not a superhero, but, I mean, she's a hero. She's a journalist. But you know what I'm saying. Like, comics like to use those alliterate. Wally West. Help me out here.
I was going to say Barry Allen, but no. Tony Stark.
No, that's not one.
That's not one.
What's Captain America's name?
Chris Evans.
Nope.
No.
Chris Evans.
That's
Captain America's is Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Does Marvel do it as much as DC?
I don't think so. I mean, DC, you named a lot.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
I'll be honest, I don't know really anything about Marvel.
Regardless, the point that I'm trying to make is that that's an interesting observation, and right now it does really seem like the limited amount of information we have does kind of support that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
so, unless they intend to show real Lamplighter towards the end of the season,
Actually,
I think it's got to be.
Another theory. Billy Butcher actually managed to kill Lamplighter, but they didn't want the public knowing like a mortal could kill a super.
Ooh,
So that's why they said, he's retiring, here's the new person.
Then that brings up, why did Billy Butcher want to kill Lamplighter? Of all people.
He seems to have it in for soups in general. Something happened.
Well, and then like Huey was looking in his back seat, and he had all these little toys.
Yeah.
Was it like he
asked, "Do you have a dog?"
Yeah, because they were like doggy toys. What if Billy Butcher's like John Wick? They killed my
Lamplighter
dog.
killed his dog. Oh my god.
I'm going after them all.
That'd be a fair reaction on my part.
He pulls off the mask as Keanu Reeves.
Whoa.
Damn.
But then from there was another little subplot where
Mayor of Baltimore.
the mayor of Baltimore was kind of, blackmailing,
Blackmailing.
stonewalling, blackmailing. I would mix stonewall and blackmailing them. Was kind of holding up an offer made by Vought Media to have a superhero in their town.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, look, you lower the price or I start talking about this Compound V. He gets what he wants and he's flying home. And then Homelander just shows up and kills everybody on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No.
that was their plane.
Yeah.
I haven't put that together. Well, I guess I just didn't see the mayor.
That's fair.
I saw the
He was
little
talking to his kid. The adult that was talking to the kid was the mayor.
I guess I just blacked him out or somewhat.
That's fair. No, I saw that little kid and he was like, "Oh, is that Homelander?" And then like he got all excited, and then the mayor was just sitting there like, well, I assume the kid was his son.
Yeah.
And then the
He's like,
mayor
"What's
was
he
just
doing
like,
out
what is
here?"
he doing out here? And then like as soon as like you see his eyes glow red, he's just like, "Oh, fuck."
Oh my god. Okay. So I guess now that we've covered the general plot, let's talk about some of the cinematography and sound design in that, because I think it's really good about that. In my
this was
opinion,
like a movie.
Very good.
This wasn't like this didn't. You can kind of tell when the cinematography is different for TV than it is for like for film.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was very film-esque.
A lot of care was put into this. I can say, this being my second time going through, there is a lot of like interesting foreshadowing in stuff in the background and composition of shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a thing on a taxi in the opening right before she gets like A-Train kills the girlfriend, and I think it was like on a cab that was driving by. I can't remember right now, but if we go back, there was like one of the advertisement top things on a taxi with A-Train running on it, and it said speeding through.
Ooh, speeding on through your girl. Literally.
Oh.
No, seriously, he killed her. He sped right through her.
Yeah.
Like guts and everything.
It's gross.
It was really
We
gross.
talked about it.
Dude, no, I love the color palette.
Yes. The color choice I think is very good.
It's really cool because like it's like dark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the material's dark, and yet it's just vibrant, bright colors. Like superhero
Yes.
colors.
And I think they achieve that with like color combinations and like making things that really pop, especially against the background of where they're at. But like they also use very dark, like matte colors. It's very interesting to me what they did for costuming.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the cinematography I wasn't paying that much attention to on this first episode. I was more looking at like color design and stuff like that. Like what they did with the color grading and stuff like that.
What did you think?
Oh, you really don't want to ask me that?
Yes, we do.
Yes,
That's
we
why
do.
we brought you here.
What? Jordan, come listen to us talk about a show.
They use the same like thing you use in every film and even TV show now, with like orange and teal to make things pop in the foreground and background. And God damn, do I hate that so much.
Oh yeah, when everything's either orange or blue.
Yes, when there's
Yeah.
always that certain blue that nobody ever wears out in public.
That blue.
That blue.
Yes, there's actual blue, and then there's like some lighter version, almost teal version of blue. That if you look in commercials, you don't see blue usually. You see that color, and that annoys me a lot.
Like the kind of like seafoam green looking thing.
Yes. Yes, I hate that.
There was this great, probably my favorite shot of the whole thing where he's saying, where Huey's sitting there talking to Billy Butcher. Well, why don't you? You're with the FBI. Why don't you just arrest them? And he's like, look around, and they do this tilt up, and then they just pan around, showing all these advertisements. It's like they're in Times Square.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. And just they are everywhere. But the way it looked, the way it was shot, the coloring, everything,
it was imposing.
It was imposing, and yet it was also just sort of this like just awe, like they're like gods. They literally basically rule the fucking earth. Mm-hmm. And then it comes like you see all these massive. Just billboards and ads, and then life. It literally just comes right back down to these two people, and suddenly they feel smaller in comparison.
Yes. Really establishes that they are going up against something larger than themselves. Really frames them. It really frames it as like a conflict between gods and mortals.
Oh yeah. Straight up, because superheroes are basically the continuation of the Greek gods and Roman gods, right? Like,
I've heard that theory, right?
So
like they personify ideals and stuff like that.
Literally, that tower that they live in. Like the thing I thought when first did the shot up to the top was like, oh, that's like Mount Olympus.
Mount Olympian.
Mount Olympus.
From the great Greek.
From the Grimm
stories.
From the Grimm. From the Brothers Grimm. Mount Olympian. No.
No, but Olympus. yes.
And they're just all up there at the top looking down on everyone else.
You know what really made that ending scene stand out so much? Is how, sickly sweet Homelander was for the rest of everything. Like, even when in the beginning moment where he chucked that dude with reckless abandon, he had, what seemed like a really sincere smile on his face.
Yeah, it didn't even seem like he was trying to hurt anybody. It was just, hey, bad guy, boom, you're gone. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm helping these people. And then he just straight up asks him, he's like, hey, we don't want Starlight, yeah. Starlight to sit here and
think bad about us.
So
here we
tell
are.
me, what lives have you saved?
Yeah,
he's like...
No, he doesn't even say it that abstract. He, personifies him. He's like, who did you save this week?
Who did you save this week? I feel like that has a different meaning than what we think.
Ooh.
I do, especially that ending scene.
Oh my god.
I almost thought he was going to be a good guy. But then I was like, no, there's no way. And then he blew up the plane with the kid. And I was like, he's definitely not a good guy.
He's Superman. He can't be the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Superman was never the good guy.
Well, no, I think...
you can't have somebody as strong as Superman exist.
And be the good guy. It would undermine the story. If he was actually
I get what you're saying.
That good, it would... how could any of these other people be half the horrible people they are? Could you imagine, I'm translucent, I'm gonna do a sneaky peek, and then Homelander just walks into the bathroom and literally just puts him over his knee and just starts beating his ass for being a pervert.
He gives him a spanking?
Give him a spanking.
He's a pervert. What if he enjoys it?
Oh, no.
Now, with Homelander, Billy Butcher, that's his name, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He brings up that there's nothing bad about Homelander.
Yeah, he does say that.
He's straight up.
Doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, he's a saint. Those were his words.
Wait a minute, hold on. So what was the thing the Baltimore Mayor knew about? What was that called?
Compound V.
What if, I swear to God, that's a way to duplicate superheroes or their powers or whatever. So the Homelander that blew up the plane wasn't actually Homelander.
I don't believe that.
Hold on. How?
What do you mean, how?
Okay, let's assume that you're right?
Okay.
Let's try to follow the line of logic backwards. Okay. So the person in the sky was not Homelander.
Okay.
Where did they get the Compound V? You don't have an answer.
They have another Homelander already.
Okay, sure. They have another Homelander already. Mm-hmm. Why is that Homelander, instead of the other Homelander, attacking this plane about the guy who knows about the Compound V?
Because they told him to do it.
Who? Who's they?
The lady.
The lady
in charge
did.
Of everything.
Okay. You're losing me really fast here, I'll be honest.
Look, man, this is like an on-the-spot theory, and it's clearly not going anywhere.
No, it's not. This pasta needs a little bit more. It ain't sticking.
I was under the impression that's was Superman controlled by some entity, Like, that'd be this version.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Homelander is. Instead of being the good, oh, we gotta save all these people in Metropolis.
My favorite thing about Superman is how he always talked with a drawl.
Hey, he's from Krypton. And he's a farm boy.
I'm just a down-home Krypton boy. I believe in truth, justice, and the American way.
Did you say I'm a
Krypton boy.
Krypton boy?
But
I
don't
didn't
give
hear
me
the
no
boy. I just thought you said
Kryptonium.
I'm a Krypton, and I'm like, he's his own fucking thing. Just I'm a Krypton.
But don't give me no Kryptonium, boy.
Don't give me no Krypton. Don't you put any... Don't give me Special K. Superman can't eat Special K.
So, instead of being the Justice League, they're the Legion of Doom. I think...
They're the Seven.
The seven deadly sins.
Ooh.
Let's
Ooh.
see. The Invisible Guy was Lust.
Yep.
No, wait. Was he also the one that was doing the accounting?
Huh?
There was,
Yes, he was the one doing the accounting.
Whoa.
He might be Greed.
There was one of them doing accounting.
Yes.
In that scene.
Oh, Lust was definitely the deep.
The Deep?
Deep was the.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Then there's Greed as the Invisible Guy. Wrath would be, what's his name? The Superman guy.
Homelander?
Homelander.
Okay, I subscribe to that. Because, as far as we're aware, he shot down that plane in retribution for daring oppose the Vought media empire.
There's Pride. Who else?
Who would be Pride?
The Seven Deadly Sins. Who
Oh.
else? Pride. Envy.
I feel like before
Envy could be Supergirl. Or Super... I don't know her name. Super Light?
Oh, Starlight?
Starlight.
That makes sense if she was like Envy.
I feel like this. I want to watch before I start labeling who's who. I want to watch like
more?
another episode or two.
That's fair. But I do like that idea. We should put a pin in that of the seven being the seven deadly sins.
Because I mean, they're already talking like these god-like creatures. I mean, even there's a shot where he's kind of like getting ready to put the bug under the table, or he's getting ready to sign the papers, and it's just a low angle facing up at him, and the ceiling is painted like the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they're gods.
And there's like very detailed marble sculptures of them as well.
Mm-hmm. I think the one thing I think now that they've established it in the first episode, though, I hope it's not like obviously, hint at it. It's a theme throughout the whole show, but don't really hammer it in because that can get old.
Yeah.
So I hope that doesn't happen. It's like, okay, I get it. They're like gods. We've established that, but give me something else. What else can we go after?
I really liked the shot when like almost like the found footage aesthetic when Starlight was doing her interview thing, and she's like, "You need to turn around and cover your eyes, or I'll blind you," and then just the light it starts flickering in the room, and it's like, is she taking in the electricity? Is that what's happening, or is she like just short circuiting the stuff around her? I don't know. But then she unleashes that blast of light. It's a flash of white, and then we're in the camera as it falls over and it's staticking and jumping all over. And
What if she's like just straight up giving off like pulses of radiation or something?
oh shit!
Because I mean that affects electronics. That's probably why like screens were blowing up and shit.
Oh, that'd be good.
Joe, what was your favorite shot?
All of them.
Good answer. They were all good though.
I'll be honest. I was more focusing on the character. The
Okay.
actors
Character.
in the backgrounds or shots like that.
Oh my god. Alright. When we're done recording this, I gotta show you guys this one guy. It's during when they're talking in the middle of like Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta show you guys. But there's this one extra who's walking by. And he knows his one job is to just walk past the Huey and Billy while they're having this conversation. And he owns every frame he's in it with his facial expression.
Really?
Oh my god, it's just something about it made me laugh. I was like, yes, I want to see him in more things. I want to see him walk by more people.
So that was during the watch we just saw?
Hmm?
Was that during the watch we
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that was during, yep, so.
Alright, because I was like, Did you look at other stuff beforehand?
No. That was. But I like that they all have sort of this like underground bar they go to just to be absolute heathens.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, we didn't really talk about that.
Because they get in there, and that's where he finds out that what was his name? A-Train. A-Train laughed about killing his girlfriend.
Yep.
And I didn't like. It establishes. I feel like it's a good way of establishing just like they do not give a shit about people.
Mm-hmm.
He dead ass like she's like a bug on the windshield. Just it's like damn. You son of a bitch.
It's horrible. It's really interesting though, because the whole purpose of that is for people who are these larger than life people, these soups, to use their powers for not good reasons, but like not even feel bad about it. Like it's away from prying eyes. It's just for soups to get their nasty on.
Yeah.
It's like not the same thing at all, but I imagine it's kind of like the Olympic Village.
Oh my, maybe. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, so if you're unaware, the Olympic Village is basically the place where all Olympic athletes live during the Olympics. And so imagine you have a dormitory of literally the collection of the people who are currently at the peak of physical fitness and performance of humanity all gathered together.
That might be the closest we ever get to like godlike beings. Just going to one of those.
What do you mean going? None of us have a chance.
Just take a camera. Tell them we're doing a story on it.
On the Olympic Village.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, honest to God, I'd probably be so starstruck walking amongst the Olympians.
Yes, the Olympians. I know Michael Phelps. I don't think he's in there anymore.
I think he did a bad. Didn't he?
Did he?
He smoked marijuana.
Oh, is that the bad?
The media said it was bad.
Maybe he was caught with.
No, Neil Armstrong's the one that did the bad.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
The astronaut?
No.
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
But he wasn't in the Olympics.
Neil Armstrong did the bad.
His issues were the Tour de France.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. Damn, we're getting off topic.
Are we though?
See, sports. I know sports as well.
Yeah, we're talking about sports now.
No. But like, I think this is actually more on point than we realize, because I think, in terms of like symbolism, I think, especially with how it's Vought Media isn't like, it's not like a private military corporation. It's a media conglomerate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a media agency. They're a stand-in for everything that has to do with advertisements, licensing. You know, they're a stand-in for big media, for movies, television, people larger than life, celebrities, everything of that nature.
So, in the show, they have superheroes.
Yes.
And within that confine, they have superhero movies as well.
Yes.
Starring these heroes.
Yes.
That's a level of meta I can't comprehend.
No, imagine though, because these heroes are paid hundreds of millions of dollars a year to protect the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take time off of doing that to go star in movies.
Damn.
I want to see some of the outtakes from them. Like, there's no way they're that good of actors.
I mean, you don't know that though, because Vaught's a media conglomeration first and foremost.
But like, I can imagine Homeland being like,
I'm
I'm here to save the world. I'm here to save the world.
No, we actually know for a fact they're good actors, because all of them act like they're decent people every goddamn day.
Oh, yeah.
They could just be narcissists and actually think that.
I suppose that's true. That very well.
That
could
is
be
actually true, yeah. They could 100% think what they're doing is A-okay.
I mean,
like perhaps they themselves have become just desensitized to incidences like that, so that's why they don't.
It seems like they have fully license to kill any criminal. Like, like they're judge, jury, executioner from what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Homelander, there was no, because we saw A-Train run through a person. He apologized on air because it was a civilian, but we saw Homelander kill a dude, chucked him up in the air, went through a car, and then he melted a gun to a dude's hand, and we never heard anything about any like retribution or any like litigation or anything that was going to be brought against him.
And that's what Billy was bringing up earlier in the episode. That you
Right.
don't know all these stories,
Well,
all this
no.
collateral.
Huey also brought it up when he was talking about trying to sue A-Train. He says, soups are like cops. You can't prosecute them for stuff they did while they were on duty.
Yeah.
And
Was
they're
that
just-
Billy, or was that his
No, that was
dad?
Huey.
That was
when he was talking.
Huey?
When he was talking to his dad.
Yeah,
he was trying to sue.
it was Huey, yeah.
And since they're superheroes, they're always on duty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, yeah, they are always on duty. Well, yeah.
I'm
Fucking
curious
suits.
if they, like, you've heard some police officers aren't obligated to help if you actually need help.
I've heard some horror stories about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Are superheroes the same way?
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I mean, A-Train killed a person that was able to get away with, I can't stop.
but he stopped. Damn. That, I legit think he did it on purpose.
So, are we going to see the other 200 superheroes in the world?
I don't know. I'd be surprised if we didn't see at least a few of them because, I'll be honest. Oh, I suppose I can't be honest because I know what happens.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Past episode 1.
That's right. I put the muting on myself.
Good.
Thanks.
Every time you talk from here on out, it's just going to be beep, 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 beep.
Alright, JR. How do you feel the season's going to end, starting at this,
Okay, well, this is season 1.
or episode 1?
Episode 1.
How do you feel the
I was
end
going
of
to
the
say,
season's gonna go?
this is season 1, so there's definitely going to be a season 2. I'm sure.
You think? You don't think it's going to be a self-contained?
No, like,
Oh, damn.
what do you expect?
What,
is going
the
to-
reason I'm saying that is because I think what's going to happen is that they're going to unearth that the Supes are actually, like, bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Supes are going to be like, okay, we're bad guys. And what are you going to do about it? And then it's just going to be full on, like, we rule this bitch.
I feel by the end of the first season, the 7 is going to be like everyone who's not. God, I keep forgetting.
Can
her
I
name.
guess that the
Superlight?
7 is now the 6?
Starlight?
Starlight. Again,
Everyone who's not Starlight.
is going to be either killed or removed from the 7, and then I would guess season 2 would probably focus on taking down the media company.
Well, I don't know if there's a season 2 or not. I'm just saying.
I'm pretty
if
sure
there
they've
was.
been renewed for season 2.
Have they?
I think
Let's
they have.
not think about it because that would be spoilers. We don't know.
Well, the reason these are predictions. They're not spoilers.
Well, knowing whether or not there's going to be a season 2 might influence your decisions on what you think.
That's true. I think it's gonna be like, okay, fine, we're the bad guys, and then they're just gonna start fucking tearing shit up.
Yeah, because then if they don't even have to pretend to be good,
It's like, yeah, what is the point?
By episode 3, Starlight is going to switch sides from. She's still going to be in the 7, but she's going to switch sides to you.
why do you say
So-
by episode 3?
So I feel the next half of the season is going to be them taking down the rest of them.
Okay.
Did someone read a plot summary of season 1 of The Boys?
Oh,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
but
I mean, in the trailer, straight up, because he's gonna find out who she is. That's in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, I'm actually interested. So, goddamn, what's the name of the media conglomerate?
Vought Media.
Vought Media. The lady who's in charge, or appears to be in charge of Vought Media. I'm interested to know as to why she is in control of all these heroes and why they haven't been like, because like clearly she knows what's up. They're not good.
Yeah.
So why they haven't been like, hey, you don't have any powers. Why are we listening to you?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if she actually is like super powerful.
If she herself is a soup?
If she herself is like a soup, but she chooses to like hide it until like...
She's got mind control powers?
Uh-huh.
And that's how Homelander, even though he's good, did an assassination.
Ooh.
Maybe at the end of season 1, the actual head of Vought Media will be revealed.
Oh my
In,
god.
like, the final shot. So
He just steps down like a
And
Lex
it's
Luthor.
Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop. But it's like a Lex Luthor kind of thing where it's like, I was
Like,
in control. The
Lady
whole time.
is more of the figurehead, and there's a guy or a woman behind him,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
just in control of the entire company. And it turns out that is the real big, bad, strong character. That makes Homeland like a bitch.
Do you think this first episode did a good job of establishing tone? Because there were some really good laughs, but also some like, oh god, you know?
Oh, wait, no, this is... I think it did a pretty good job.
It was alright.
I think the most powerful thing it did for establishing tone is the ending shot. Where Homelander has just destroyed the plane. He's doomed all the people on it to die. And then there's just the lightning flashes occasionally illuminating his face as the laser eye blasts are slowly fading. And we just see like his intense stare, which then fades into like that same grin we've been seeing throughout the rest of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with the lightning going off, like, you really, I mean, I really got the impression that I was looking at, like, a god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's what they were trying to sell.
That's
So
what I'm
thing.
saying.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like the
that
way...
scene didn't really hit me that hard because I always knew he was going to be the bad guy.
I feel like it could be revealed later on that, like, he's been brainwashed into thinking, like, what he did was for the the better.
Mm-hmm.
Which would then bring in your theory of that lady
Yeah.
being
Like, even if it's not superpowers, like, he has the ability to control these people through mental conditioning. That would be an interesting thing to reveal.
And then how is Heartland? Ugh.
Homelander?
Homelander?
I'm gonna bring a notebook next time. I can write their names down.
It's okay. When I first watched the series, I kept calling him things like homeowners insurance, home wrecker.
Home wrecker? Let me
when
tell you, his father and son, he definitely wrecked a home.
Oh my god, there was a mom at home.
Like, I'm bad.
Oh!
There was like a text message, I'm sure, on that phone that said, "Let me know when you boys land safely."
Like, I'm bad with characters' names. I watched like the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, and outside of like the 5 main characters, I couldn't name any of the other.
Way more than 5 main characters in Game of Thrones.
I have never seen Game of
Boy.
Oh.
Anyway,
Sequel series?
We haven't even gotten through this one.
Always look ahead.
how will Homelander feel after, if he's being controlled? How will he take what he's done after being freed? I mean, he just killed several people.
Assuming he has been mind controlled.
Yeah.
If he's as good as Billy Butcher, the soup hater, is saying he is, he's going to be so upset. But also, he might be so good that he's not going to do anything about it immediately. Because what's he going to do? Murder her about it?
Mm-hmm.
No, but more like, not murdering or anything, but process that he just killed
Yeah.
3 innocent people for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't criminals. They didn't, unless you consider politicians criminals, but that's another story.
That's
Although now I go back to that where I said, like, you know, when he said, "Who did we save this week?"
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to think, like, what if he's not talking about civilians? What if he's talking about, like, you know, hey, within the company of, like, you know, us getting caught, who did we save?
I'm not saying it is like this, but what if those scenes are actually out of context? Because that shot where he's talking is the day, right? But that scene where they're flying out of in the plane is at night. So what if that scene where he actually killed them in the night took place the night before?
He wasn't there the night before when the Deep was showing Starlight around.
So that's what I'm saying. So what if that actually was the night before shot? It could be. I'm not saying it is, but I feel like it could be. And so he's like, who did we save this week?
Did we save my ass? Yes. I did.
You know, in the grand scheme of things, we have not seen that many characters interact.
And
We really haven't.
the characters we've seen outside of, like, between the main
But still
heroes
episode 1.
is usually just one or two lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we haven't, like, really gotten to know any of the other
Like-
soups.
Even Translucent and Starlight, they were in a couple scenes together. They never interacted.
Mm-hmm.
Despite-
Well, I mean, there was that part where Translucent is like naked shimmying
Yeah,
out
but
of the
they-
bathroom.
they never actually spoke.
I mean, given what the fuck happened to Translucent, I don't think they're going to be interacting at all.
Oh my god.
And even between the two hero women characters, outside of one or two lines, they don't speak.
Do you guys have anything else you want to say about the boys? We can wrap this up right now.
As someone who watched The Boys, I enjoyed it quite heavily. I am enjoying it as as I start up my second go through of it. I'm seeing lots of interesting things. I'm able to appreciate a lot of the cinematography and the direction decisions more the second time through, as I kind of have I know what's going to happen and I know what to be expecting. I really am enjoying this second go through, and I'm looking forward to going through this with you.
Jordan?
Alright, so The Boys, so far it's pretty average for me. And thank you for moving the mic closer to me.
Don't draw attention to it. Start over.
Mic drop. Alright, so my opinion of The Boys so far is, I think it's pretty average so far for all the shows I've seen. I'll have to see how well the characters get fleshed out, because so far none of them are really standing out to me. There's not that one character that I'm like, I want to root for this person. There's just not yet. I have to see where their character development takes it.
Well, my opinion so far is that I think this is going to be a fun ride to be on. I almost just started the second episode, and then Genesis had to stop me, and you were like, "Are we binging the whole fucking thing? Just watch it for 8 hours and record a 9-hour podcast."
It would be like 4 the next morning, and we'd be like,
You guys want to record?
knowing how it ends,
But
you guys would have done one of these. You would have gone, though, like, whew.
I'm remembering that, because that's how I'm starting the final one. I'm just going to start off by, all right, well, welcome, and all right.
Anyway,
No,
do your
but
thing.
I thought it was it was good. It was really good. I love the way it looks. I love the way it's directed, written. I can't wait. Like I said, I almost started the second episode immediately, but then I was like, we got to record our thoughts and opinions and get that underway. So I think it's going to be a fun ride. I kind of agree with Jordan. All the characters, like, no one's really standing out. They're good, but no one's standing out. But I think they'll start to pop out once everything really gets going. So this is a good introductory to everything, and now it's time to get the show on the road. Let's see what the soups are up to. Do you have a goodbye you'd like to say?
Yes.
Have the microphone, sir.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this, the third episode of the Thoroughly Thought podcast, and the premiere of our new segment, The Boys Are Back. This has been I, Genesis Ruiz, with my co-host,
Jonathan Rouse.
and our wonderful special guest,
Jordan Beeman.
and we will tickle your eardrums later.
The boys
You really
are
like
back
it.
in town.
You really
I do kind of like tickle their eardrums. I don't know if it'll stick, but I'm digging it.
We're going to tickle your eardrums in the next one, everybody. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Boys are back in town.
No, you can't. No, they're gonna come in. Wait, hold on.
Alright.
That's copywritten.
Hold on, wait. Alright. Don't stop the recording.
Y'all are going to give me a noise complaint.
The boys are back in town.
That's copywritten. Take him down. Ah! What are you doing? Oh, get on the ground. Get on the ground.
I think
Okay, bye everyone. See you next time.